So this stew I want to make, I'll be using bell pepper. I'll be using bell peppers. I have red bell peppers. I've washed them already, and I have green bell peppers. So all these ingredients you see here, they are all neat. I've washed them. So these are the cutting method. I want to cut each and every one of them and set them aside. Then when I'm done cutting them, I'll be ready to make this delicious stew. So this stew I will be making, I'll be using carrot to make this stew. I don't know if you've ever added carrot to your stew. So this stew I'll be making, I'll be adding carrots. So just stay tuned with me, watch to the end, and see how I get prepared with all this. After this, the next stage will be making the stews. So let's let's start with tomatoes. Okay. So I don't know how you cut your tomatoes. I don't like blending my tomatoes. I have my reasons. I only blend tomatoes if I want to make tomato pasta. Okay. So I won't be adding any other thing to this. I'll be using just fresh tomatoes to make this stew. I won't be adding any sachet tomatoes to this. So everything will be fresh, all fresh. So this will take a while. I'm cutting lots of tomatoes. You know, whenever I want to cook, I don't make little. I make a lot of food. So this one I'll be making a lot of stew because I would like to store some for a while. I'll leave some in the fridge. Okay. Neat. So if you're just joining me, you're welcome. You can ask any question you wish to. So, you know, I don't tell you the ingredients I'll be using for this. These are fish. There's different types of fish. You see? This one is roasted fish. This is a roasted croaker fish. I've already roasted it. But these ones are fresh fish. These ones are fresh, not cooked yet, still raw. And this is onion, garlic, and ginger. Those ones are, this is a spring onion, this is pepper, red pepper, and green pepper. I already removed the seed. Okay, let's continue. So I can remember one time one of my subscribers asked, why don't I explain the ingredients I add to my food whenever I'm cooking? You think it's easy? I would rather prefer you to ask me for the procedure or the ingredients. I will tell you, because everything I post are obviously almost everything, the daily things and the usual food you are used to. So if you want to know more, or you think I should make a video concerning a particular dish, you can feel free to request for it, and I will honor that. I will do that for you. Okay. So if you're joining me, you're welcome. Please drop a comment. You can share the live stream to others to join, because this is gonna be a very long video. So now I'll be transferring this tomatoes to this sieve. Don't worry, in a short while I will explain why I want to put this in a sieve. So the reason why I want to put this in a sieve, it will help me sieve out the water. The water is so much, so I will sieve out the water. The more I put it inside here, it will sieve out the water, so I won't have to stress myself when I'm making this stew. You know, it takes a lot of time for water to dry off from tomatoes. So as I'm still preparing it, I will just put it inside the sieve. Gradually, most of the water, it will sieve out the water. When I start making the stew, it won't take so much time and I will be done. So that is why I'm adding this to the sieve, to sieve out the water. Before I'm done preparing the ingredients, almost all the water, the tomato water, will be out of it. So let's continue, guys. Let us continue. So I have a blender. I don't want to use my blender for this stew. I don't want to use blender. This is a reminder, because this stew, I'll be adding carrots to this stew. Remember, I told you I'm adding carrots to this stew. Have you ever tasted carrot stew before? If not, right? Make sure you continue watching this video. Watch to the end. Please, you can share to others. So if you know a friend that wants to learn how to make a delicious carrot stew, please share this live stream to the person. Okay, let's do this. So you can feel free to ask any question. Oh, I'm waiting for your questions. Ask your questions. I will answer them once I'm done with this. I will make sure I attend to each and every one of your questions. Anything, even if it is not about stew, you are free to ask. So we are almost done, guys. This tomatoes is a lot. I wasn't expecting this large amount of tomatoes. Water is much little. Add this. So I'm making carrot stew. Someone is asking what I am cooking. I am making tomato carrot stew. Like I'll be adding carrots inside this stew. Have you ever tested it? Before now, I do blend my carrots. I blend the carrots. I add a blended carrot inside the stew. But no, this time I'll be dicing the carrots. I'll cut the carrot and I'll add it like that. So carrot stew with veggies. I'll be using green bell pepper, red bell peppers, and lots of fresh spring onion pepper. So stay tuned. I have don't worry, it is going to be a whole long process. Okay, let's continue. I don't have more. Okay, I still have okay, 4. You see the amount of protein. I don't know, I prefer making my stew with fish, just fish. I don't like meat in stew. If I must add meat, that means I have to fry the meat separately, but not to add it inside the stew. So you know, I told you guys that I have lots. This all these things are fish. All this fish, I'll be using it for the stew. Then this is a roasted croaker fish. This is a roasted croaker fish. This one I will scatter it all over the stew. This one's it's not like I will scatter them, but you know, definitely it will still scatter. It's already washed and open. This is how they process it here in Portugal. So look at it here. Don't worry, I'll cut them. When I'll be cutting them, you will see what I mean. So do you know the reason why I wouldn't like to blend this tomato? It's not like I cannot blend them. I would love if you prepare your tomato stew like this. If you prepare it like this, it makes the tomato more beautiful, rather than when it's blended. When it's blended, it will be looking like, I don't know, but I don't like blending my tomato. If you blend it so much, it doesn't look good. That's why I prefer to cut. Cutting is best. But if I'm making jollof rice, I'll blend the tomatoes, then I'll cut the ones I'll place on top of it when I'm done with the cooking. That is the final one, where I'll be adding butter to the jollof rice. But this is not jollof rice, this is fresh tomato carrot stew. And you know another thing, another secret with tomatoes that you don't know, even though it's not blended, once you start cooking, everything will just melt down. But the only way you will know that it's not blended is the back. The back won't hide. You will see the back just the way it was cut. It will be on the surface of the stew. Okay, let me continue. These are the same colors. Okay, guys, so I think I'm done with cutting the, sorry, let me take this last nuts. You're free to join me. Okay, these are my bell peppers. These are the red bell peppers. So this is what I'll be cutting next. All this will be used for the stew. This is not sauce, so this is carrot stew, fresh tomatoes carrot stew. That's what I'll be making with fresh fish. If you want to achieve a perfect fresh tomato carrot stew, I don't know, I've not used meat for it, but if you must use meat, I'd prefer you use red meat, not chicken. Yeah. My second phone, please. I can read comments. Fresh. Okay. I have to follow up with my lifestyle. Okay. Me too. That's a lot. What are you cooking? That's a lot of tomatoes. Yes. Remember I told you that I'll be keeping some in the fridge to use by Wednesday or Thursday. You know, I'll refrigerate some. I know it's a lot. I cook a lot. Like, this is small. So see what I told you guys. See the water. See, whenever you're making fresh tomatoes and you don't want to stress yourself frying tomatoes or trying, you know, just do it the way I just did it. See the water, it is still coming out. By the time I'm done cutting all these ingredients, you'll be surprised, almost all the water will be out. Once I start cooking it, it won't take time and the water will be dried off from the tomatoes. Then I'll pour my water or stock water on anything and continue, because if the water is there, it takes a whole lot of time for the tomatoes to dry. And guess what, guys, anytime I'm cooking, my tomatoes must be dry. If I'm making tomato stew, my tomatoes must be dry. Okay, the only thing you can make and your tomato will not be dry is if you are making a creamy pasta. Some people use tomato for their creamy pasta. You can just fry the fresh tomato a bit before you add your cream, the cheese and the pasta. Something else, if you're making sauce, stew sauce, you don't need it to be dry. You can just fry it just a little bit, then you add your egg and jollof rice, fresh tomatoes, jollof rice. You don't need the tomatoes to be dry. But if you want to achieve a perfect tomato stew, guys, like a perfect tomato stew, this is the secret. Make sure your tomato is dry, like dry tomato. How do you know dry tomatoes? I'll tell you how you can know dry tomatoes. Just a minute, guys. Okay, I'm almost done with this. So how do you know tomatoes? If you are making tomato stew, how do you know dry tomatoes? You know, when you are making tomato stew, when you put your tomato inside the hot oil, you won't notice the oil except you are using excess oil. You won't notice the oil, but when you are frying it and the tomatoes is dry, the oil will surface. You will see the oil in the surface of the stew. The oil will start floating. and then the oil will change color. The color will be like almost the color of the tomatoes. When you see it, just use your spoon, bring up the tomatoes, and you see that the tomatoes are a little bit separated from itself. That is when you will know that the tomatoes is dry. Then you pour in hot water. You know, have you ever been to someone's house and the person serves you food and you notice that the stew slaps? That is this what we call a slapping tomato stew. I don't know if you call it, that is what you call it. It will be sour, like lime, as if you use lime to make the stew. If you don't want a sour tomato, make sure whenever you're frying tomatoes, use hot water. Pour hot water before you add other ingredients. That is the secret of tomatoes. Do you know, to know someone that knows how to cook, it doesn't take me anything to know someone that knows how to cook. Once I test your tomatoes, or I can rate your cooking level. If you know how to cook, if you're an average cook, or you don't know how to cook at all, I use tomatoes too, because a whole lot of people doesn't know how to make tomatoes too. I'm telling you, a whole lot of people. So guys, we are done with this. So I will put it here and set it aside. Then I'll cut the next one. So before I started this, I washed everything. I washed my hands, so you know what you're doing. So these are the bell pepper. So the next one I'll be cutting is the green bell pepper. The green bell pepper. I'll be cutting the green bell pepper. The green bell pepper. So the green bell pepper, I wish I have yellow bell pepper. The last time I went to supermarket, I was unable to see that. I was able to buy this, the green and the red one, but all are just the same thing. Okay. Okay, this is the last one for the bell pepper. So I'll be adding this beside the red bell pepper. These are the bell pepper. These are all the bell pepper. You can see that, right? So the red bell pepper and the green bell pepper. Okay, what should we cut next? Okay, let's cut carrots. So you guys know I'm making carrot stew. I told you earlier on, what we are making is carrot stew. So I'll dice my carrots into shapes. dice the carrots into shapes. Oh, Shidara, thank you so much. Sagora, hi. Thanks for joining in. You're welcome to my live stream. If you're just joining in, you're welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love you. So for those that are just joining in, I'm making fresh stew. Fresh tomatoes, carrot stew. So when I mean carrot stew, I mean the carrots will be inside the fresh tomatoes, like so feel free to ask any question of your choice. Ask any question of your choice. Okay, so I have lots of ingredients here. For those that are just joining me for the first time, so this carrot stew, just the normal way you prepare your tomato stew, but I'll be using carrots, lots of carrots. There are two methods to this carrot stew. You can blend your carrots and pour in the carrots like that. Once the tomatoes are dry, while the fresh tomatoes are dry. But no, this one I'm dicing it. So that if you see the stew, you will see diced carrots. The carrot will be visible. But if you blend the carrot, it won't be visible. When you cook it, you just know that it's tested somehow. It will be different from the normal stew, you know. So So these are the carrots I'll be adding to this stew. I'm not making salad. This is carrot stew. Make sure you watch the process of making this carrot stew. After watching, make it and tag me. I will need to share the video. Do not forget what I just said. For those of you watching me right now, so if you want me to make any video for you, you can just request for anyone in the comment section. I will make it one of these days, maybe within the week. Please, these are for my subscribers that are watching me right now. Please, if you are not my subscriber, you can feel free to subscribe to my channel. Subscribe, you will love my channel. You will love everything we do there. We post funny cooking styles and delicious steps on how to cook. I use stories when I post too. I love it when I entertain my subscribers. I love telling stories too. I tell stories that might interest you. If I need your opinion in something, I will use it. I will ask my followers when I cook, and they will give me an advice or their opinions, because I value my subscribers a lot. Please, if you are joining me for the first time and you've not subscribed, please, my darling, subscribe to my channel, Baby's Delicacy. You will love us. You will. It's a promise. Oof, I need extra plates. Okay, we are done cutting our carrots. These are the carrots I'll be using for this. Which plate will I use now? Okay. Which plate will I use now? I need extra plates. Okay, these are the carrots I'll be using for the stew. Beauty. Vain. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Please, if you're not a subscriber, please you can subscribe to my channel. I love you. Alright. So this is the carrot I'll be using for my delicious stew. If you know you're not visiting, you will not stay to the end, please make sure you come back and see the results of this stew. You will love it. I promise you, you will love it. So this is the carrot I'll be using for this. Okay, so what's next? Okay, I'll be cutting the peppers. These are the peppers I'll be using for this. Fresh peppers. I don't know what they call this here. This is different from the one in my home country. So I will cut this. Your name? Oh, my name is Blessing. Blessing. My name is Blessing. So my darling, this is the pepper I'll be using, and these are the green peppers. I already removed the seeds, if you can see. So let's cut the peppers. My name is Blessing. Hello. Please, if you've not subscribed to my channel, please do so. Thank you so much. I don't know whosoever that is liking. Thanks for liking. If you come across this, thank you so much. Reginald Obereze Chidera, thank you so much for liking. I love you. I have strong subscribers. Without do giveaway. I know those that are always engaging in my live stream. If you are watching me right now, say hi. Just say hi in the comment section. Okay, so we are cutting the pepper right now. Okay, so what next? Chidera, hi, it's me. Oh, Dara, thank you so much, Odera, for liking, for the love. I love you too. Please, you can share the live stream. You can share to your friends, because I'm about to teach you a unique method of making fresh tomatoes carrot stew. I know you don't know how to make it. Share this live stream to people. Share to your friends. You will love the result. I'm telling you. It's a secret recipe I'm about to share in this video. I'll be sharing a secret recipe to making this. If you are married, you can make it for your children and for your husband. If you're a man and you want to impress your girlfriend, watch this video. Just keep watching. Don't go anywhere. Stay with me. Like, I love it spicy. I love my stew spicy. I'll be adding dry pepper to this so that to be spicy, because this is not spicy enough, like to what I want is not. Okay, we are done with the red ones. So let's go over to the green pepper. This green pepper has a very unique aroma. Whenever you use it in your stew, spaghetti, pasta, you will love it. I've noticed it. Though it's not spicy, but it has its own flavor, unique flavor. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how I will explain this. So if you are joining me, you're welcome. If you're not one of my subscribers, please subscribe to my channel, my baby. Thank you, my darling. Say hi. You can ask questions. So as I said earlier on, I'm making carrot tomato stew. So I'm just getting ready with the ingredients. In a short while, I'll be in the kitchen making this delicacy. It's a secret recipe. If you want to learn something nice, make sure you keep watching. Follow me, subscribe to my channel, so that anytime I'm live, anytime you see that I'm live, just know that I'm cooking something nice. Like I'm making something nice. I'll come on cam. Because the editing, all the short videos you watch, they don't give the actual processes or the step by step on how everything was being done. But with this live video, even after this, you can come back and watch it. You will see the exact processes on how all these things were made. Okay, we are done with our pepper. So okay, these are the fresh pepper I'll be using for this delicacy. Okay, what's next, guys? Okay, so I'll keep this down. I'll be using, keep this here. So guess what? Oh, I have lots of fish here. Okay, let's bring this close. So this is fresh fish. You know, I told you that I love using just fresh fish, only fish whenever I'm baking tomatoes, fresh tomatoes, no other thing. So you know, I'm making fresh tomatoes with carrots. That is carrots, fresh tomatoes. So I'll be using just fresh fish. So I'll bring them out and cut into pieces. This is it. I bought it just like this. Okay. This fish has a very hard texture. I'll just divide this into 3. This is another one. These are all the fish I'll be using for this. It's a lot. You see this? are we cutting this? See the head. This is the head. So we're cutting this bit by bit. So I'll put this here. So I'll be using this. I'm putting this here. Oh, there, how are you? So you know, I'll cut it bit by bit. So you can see this again. This don't know if I should cut this. I'll leave this like this. Ooh. Oops. This. I'll just divide this. Fish. I love using these are different types of fish. When I go to market to get fishes, what I do, you'll be surprised. I buy a whole lot of them, even the ones I've not seen or tasted before. I just buy them. When I come home, I look it up in Google and know what the fish is all about and the uniqueness of that particular fish. So these are the fishes I've prepared. You see, fresh fish, fresh fish, fresh fish, fresh fish, fresh fish. Should I cut this or should I leave like this? I'll leave it like this. Okay, the last but not the least, I have this. It's written in Portuguese. I don't know the name of the fish, what it says. Let's see what this fish looks like. It's blocked. So This is the sauce. I'll be cutting this into pieces. So this is it for the protein. Let me wash and get some. So guys, so remember what I said earlier on. Look at these tomatoes. Just look at these tomatoes. See the water. When I start making my stew, it will take time, and the tomatoes will be dry because I already sieve the water out. That is the importance of sieving the water out. Let me tell you, don't mind anyone that will tell you that sieving the water is not necessary. It is very necessary. I've tried making stew with the water. I've tried sieving out the water, and I highly recommend sieving out the water to save time, to save energy, and it will still give you the same thing as the one you did not sieve. So this is a secret I am sharing with you now. So we'll continue with our cutting. I told you guys that this is a roasted croaker fish. This one will be shredded. This is the very last thing I'll be adding to the stew. I will shred it, but that will be the last thing I will do. So what are we cutting next? I just will be cutting ginger and garlic. Ginger and garlic. I'm cutting ginger and garlic. Everything for this stew will be diced. So guys, if you are joining in, you're welcome. Please feel free to ask me questions. Please just ask me anything. For those of you that are just joining me for the first time, you're welcome to BB Delicacies channel. Here I share everything about food, and a few times I'll just share one or two of my pictures. That is, if there was any outing or any special event, I'll share with my subscribers. So what we are making today is fresh tomatoes, carrot stew. Have you ever tasted that? I doubt. Don't pretend you've not, darling. You've not tasted it before. So that is what we are making today. So what I'm cutting right now, I'm dicing ginger and garlic. That's why I'm dicing this. You know, every method has its own, every food has its own method. If I wanted to blend it, if I had blended the tomatoes, I would have blended this, but I did not blend the tomatoes. The peppers I did not blend. Everything was diced because I want them diced. For this particular method, I diced everything, including the carrots I'll be using for the stew. I diced each and every one of them. Everything was diced. So you're welcome to my live stream once again. Please, you can like, drop a comment for me. You can share the live stream to your friends. So I'm preparing to cook, to make stew actually. I'm preparing to make stew. This is not just ordinary stew. This is tomato stew, carrots, fresh tomato carrot stew, and I'll be using just fresh fish for it. As you can see, these are the fishes I'll be using, and this is a roasted croaker fish. I'll shred it and use it for it. Okay, I'm done with this. Ginger and garlic, guys. So what's next? What is the next thing we are cutting today? The onion category. This is spring onion, and this is my onion bulb. So I need to remove the water here. So I'll be using this amount of spring onion. I'll be using all this. You know when to add this, you add this this is the last thing you will add if you're making food. Just add it and you're done with the food. Spring onion is the last thing to add. That is when you get the flavor. It doesn't need to be cooked or overcooked. Just add it, then bring down the food. This is the very last thing you add. So I'll cut it now. So how I cut it is I'll split it. I'll split it into shapes to be like this. You can see that, right? Then I will cut If you're joining, you're welcome. Please drop a comment for me. You're welcome to my live stream. This is Baby's Delicacy. I know you're coming across this channel for the first time. Just click on the subscribe button and give us a follow. Okay, I know you don't know what I'm preparing. I am making fresh tomatoes, carrot stew with fresh fish. I'll be making this with just fresh fish. So I'm done with this. Next, you split. Do you know what? This spring onion is different from the one from my home country, Nigeria. I'm in Europe right now making this video. So cold is too much outside is so cold. How many degrees? 5 degrees. I think these are the last things I'll be cutting. Guys, we've cut a whole lot. We've cut tomatoes, red bell pepper, green red bell pepper, garlic, ginger, the fish. Okay, this is the last one, guys. So I'm done. So I'm done. If you're joining me, you're welcome. This is my video. I'm about to make fresh tomato sauce. So this is the preparation process. I am getting ready to make that delicacy. You won't like to miss the recipe. It's a very unique one. It is not a popular stew. It is tomato, yes, but it's not a popular stew because the taste is different from the fresh tomato taste, you know. Don't add it any other thing, just a carrot, the fresh tomatoes, and fresh fish. Normally, whenever I make this particular stew, I use just fish, just like the one you see here. But for a different taste and somehow unique taste, I'll be adding this roasted croaker fish to it. Okay, these are our spring onion. So I'll be cutting our onion now. Please share this live stream. You won't like to miss this recipe. If you're joining me for the first time, you're welcome to my live stream. Please give me a like and a follow. I love you. My eyes. My onion from my home country is stronger than the onion in Europe. Onion from Nigeria is the strongest onion you can ever come across. If you are cutting it, you won't be able to open your eyes. I'm telling you. Okay, we are done. So I'll just keep it here close to the spring onion because they are from the same class. From the same class of things. Almost done. Guys, we are almost done. This is the last thing we'll be cutting. This is a roasted croaker fish. Told you. I will just shred this into pieces. This will be shredded. This will be the very last thing I will add to the stew. I told you, if I'm making this type of stew, I use just fish. I don't add meat of any kind to it. But if I must use meat, it won't be added directly into the stew. I'll just fry it separate and set aside. So this is my shredded roasted croaker fish. Do you like croaker fish? Look at that tiny tail. So guys, I think we are done. I think we are done with everything we'll be needing for our stew. Okay. So guys, we are done. So for this stew, I'll show you everything we've prepared so far for this delicious stew of ours. So we have shredded croaker, roasted croaker fish. We have our varieties of fresh fish. This is 3 types of fresh fish inside here. We have our bell pepper. We have our bell pepper. We have our onion, normal onion, and spring onion. This one will be added last. This one will be added first. So we have fresh tomatoes, sieved one. I left it here so that the water can be sieved out, so that it will help fasten the process when I start cooking them. So we have the almighty carrots. That is the most essential ingredient in this stew. Carrots and pepper. These are different types of pepper. Then the last but not the least, we have ginger and garlic. These are the fresh ingredients I'll be using for this stew. Stay tuned. I'll end the live stream now. I'll be on in about 10-15 minutes. I'll be back. Make sure you join in to see how I make this delicacy. All right, there. All right, I love you. Please subscribe to my channel. Share this live stream with others. I love you so much. Please don't forget to always come back and watch